go.
Hello, everybody,
All on the
and
way.
welcome
Your
back
team is
to the
banning.
one and only Colt Esports. Today, you will be joined by me, your lead caster, Crunchy, and the one and only my support caster, Bolty.
Yo.
Welcome to the greatest magic
Your
show of all
team
time.
is banning.
So, anyways, guys, we're going into the game today, and you can see on the left side we have Symphony, which will be the blue team, while on the right side we have the side of Nishi squad, which will be our red team for today. And hopping into the bands, Boti, what can you see in these
Your
bands,
team is banning.
particularly the Saber band that Symphony has come up with?
I mean, they're going for the meta band, so yeah, we are gonna expect a lot of meta bands. Maybe another Ballman, maybe.
Maybe a Baldwin band, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, a Sun.
But
Alright.
in the end,
Your
yeah,
team
it's the
is
Sun band. Pretty standard bands coming in from both sides. You know, Matilla, Saber, Sun, Harley. Pretty much run-of-the-mill bands you see in rank games
Your
nowadays.
team is
And of course, that Xborg was open for that first pick, and they've gone for it. What do you think about the Alice that has been picked by the side of Nishi squad, Poti?
I guess it's gonna be a side Ellis, so yeah, they're mainly going for the sustain, I guess, because
So
Alice
that's true
have
then.
like this with the first ult and the ult, the first skill of the ult.
Your
She's
team
pretty
is
nuts. All right, with a Tigreal ban, okay, Daddy Tigreal.
The Chigirl was picked, by the way. So yeah, it was picked by the side of Nishi squad for the first pick. First pick Tigreals, I'm seeing them a lot in this entire tournament, and I mean I don't totally agree with it. But I mean each one to themselves. Am I right?
Mm. I mean, Tigreal, his CC is just insane.
That's right. That's right. I mean, if you get caught up in that Tigreal CC,
Your team
you're
is
just basically a sitting duck for the entire enemy team to just collapse on. You're finished, man. You're just finished in
Yes,
that
that
moment.
is true, especially with the implosion and the flicker ult thingy.
Yep. The implosion, with the flicker ulti and that sacred hammer. This is gonna finish off an entire team if he catches all 5 of them in it. And even getting like 2 or 3 people with the
Your
Tigreal, as
team
long
is
as they're
banning.
like priority targets, it's a pretty good trade. It's a pretty good engage for the side of Nishi Esports if they ever catch it out. But of course, on the side of Symphony, they have
Your team
realized that
is
the
banning.
Tigreal is going to be a problem, so they have the Akai pick. The Akai is
Yeah.
just going to be quite the menace if he ever gets caught in that Tigreal ulti, and he's there in it. He's just going to use his own ultimate, which does have a purify. You'll be seeing him using that
Your team
hurricane
is
dance,
picking.
and that's going to be quite the pain for Tigreal to engage with. If that hurricane dance knocks away that Tigreal, he won't even be able to follow up with the sacred hammer. But
Yeah, that
of
is true.
course, we have
Your
already
team is
headed into the second phase of bans and picks. You can see that Eve banned out right over there. What do you think, Bolty, of this Eve ban?
Well, Eve is pretty much a poke mage, so she's gonna be really annoying. But to be honest, yeah, if they ban that Miss Yin and Yang, I guess it'll be much better.
True. But I mean, she would be annoying, but she's banned. So yeah, no
Yeah.
chance of her being played today. But of course, we see that Lu Yi has been picked in her
Your
place,
team
who's
is picking.
quite the annoyance in her own regard. You can see Louis players now just running rampant in rank after those negative resistance changes, just terrorizing the entire player base with their one shots. Maybe this Eve, no, not this Eve, my bad. The Louis is gonna be pretty much a terrorizing force for the side of the red team, because she's just gonna be one-shotting people left, right, center. There's a lot of targets for her to lock onto. She does have that Alice, she does have the Lilia to burst down. Even the Hayabusa is quite an easy target for a Louis in the late game. But of course, they picked the Yu Zhong to just dive into the backline and take care of her. Quite a good draft coming from both sides. Don't you agree, Bolty?
True.
But of course, that begs the question: Who do you think, guys, will be the victor in today's match? Do you think it will be Symphony on the blue side, or will it be the one and only Nishi squad on the right side? Guys, do comment your answers down below in the live chat. But of course, first and foremost, I'm gonna have to ask you that question, Bolty. Who do you think will be the winner of today's match?
I'm gonna call it a symphony because I feel like they have more burst than the Nietzsche squad here.
True that. They do have that Louis, they do have that Sylvana, and they do have that Xbox jungle. So there's a lot of bursts coming from their side. They do have a respectable amount of CC calls also
Welcome
coming
to
out from
Mobile
that form. They have the
Legends.
Akai, they have the Ruby. So they're just gonna be looking to hold their opponent in place while the damage dealers just do the job. You know, the Sylvana just using her Imperial Justice. While the Xbox use that last insanity to just get people's HP down to the last for last leg for then Louis to just burst them down, and that's going to be quite a good game plan running in for the side of Symphony. On the other hand, we do have that Tigreal and Lilia combo coming out from Nishi's squad. You know, Tigreal getting those lockdowns while Lilia just manages to land her skill twos in succession, effectively just zoning out the side of Symphony while also dealing a lot of damage. And you can see that not much action yet while we, and of course I forgot to say this, but we have already arrived in the land of dawn, guys. And already you can see there's not much action, but there is some kind of a poke game going
That
on in the mid
burst
lane.
though.
Yep, definitely,
Lilia.
definitely. Lilia is from the start. She's really showing what a force she can be in the early game. But of course, she has expended all of her mana. That recall is gonna be casting her a wave at max. But I think she'll be able to make it back in time. Don't you, Bolty?
Yeah, she's coming right now.
True. But of course, you can see that Hayabusa has gone for the Lethal Wanderer. You know, just the standard rotations coming out. He's hit the level 4. So he's going to be looking for a gank on the side lane. Sylvana is looking to be an easy target for him, I guess. But she is kind of playing safe, so you never know. There's also a 3-man gank forming on the bot side, and you can see Sylvana has been collapsed upon by the duo of Hayabusa and Yuzhong, but she turns the tides, gets that first blood onto the Yuzhong, but sadly she will fall down as well. While in the bot lane, somewhat of a skirmish, but Alice shall be safe and sound over there. Turtle will be spawning right away, while the blue team Visual Symphony will be in place to contest it. Bolty, back to you.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna contest for the turtle because the turtle is already like 20% health, and there we go. Expert got it.
Yep. The turtle has been secured by the side of Symphony, who has been dominating quite a lot. I mean, look at that Sylvana, man. She got ganked, and still she turned the tides on that Yuzhong, on that Hayabusa. Still got that kill, still got some of Hayabusa's HP. Things are looking really good for the side of Symphony. For now, they've got the turtle. They got a trade kill on the top lane. Hayabusa trying to get some chip damage onto that Akai. Not really working that well. Xborg going in with the last insanity. Lilia brought to a sliver of HP, getting away. Luckily, no kills this time. No, but of course you can see the Alice jumping right into the backline. Louis dropping dangerously low. Alice going for the kill, and Louis falls down to the Alice while Ruby secures the kill onto the Tigreal. 1-for-1 trade again, but I don't really think trading your mage for an enemy tank is that worth it, you know?
Yeah,
so
this definitely not worth it.
Yep. So the mage is put out of commission, Louis is out of commission, and now you can see that in the bot side, you can see the Hayabusa is just rotating and making sure that, he's up for any ganks. You can already see the enemy jungler, which is that Xbox, coming to make sure, that this Hayabusa is not gonna steal all of my jungle from this side. While he looks to be pushing onto the bot lane, a bit overextended. Retribution coming out from the Xbox with that last insanity, and Hayabusa getting killed off by the Xbox with the support of that Akai. Sylvana using her Imperial Justice, barely missing Alice by a few inches because she used that flicker. Alice may be looking to jump in. Xbox a bit lower there, but she decides not to. While in top lane, a bit of a skirmish going on between Ruby and that Yu Zhong, but I don't think much is going to come out of it. While in the bot lane, the Akai going for the Hurricane Dance onto the Lilia, latching on. A lot of fights going on this map right now. Xbox falling dangerously low. Louis also, The Ruby going down in the top lane. Violent Sylvana, you're dropping, just Sylvana dropping low in the bot lane. A lot of recalls gonna be used over there, won't they, Paul?
Mm-hmm. Look at both the teams. They only do the trading games 3-on-3.
Yep, definitely. You can also see on the top lane Louis looking a bit in trouble with this
Mm-hmm.
Yuzhong, but she shall not take that much damage. She's just gonna bide her time, I guess. But this time the turtle is looking, this looking more contestable for the red side, which is Nishi squad. But
Mm-hmm.
Akai looking to make somewhat of a play here
There
as
we
he
go.
goes
Up the
in for the
hill.
Hurricane Dash. The Hayabusa locked down, but the Lilia secures the turtle. Exor counting into the last insanity, but the Sylvana has already secured the kill onto the
Oh.
Hayabusa. Lot of trading going on here, but Akai and Exor escape with a sliver of HP. Almost died there, but they came out safe and sound. But the side of Nishi's squad already has a lot of their HP. It's not really looking good for Symphony till now. They lost a turtle. They did get the kill on the jungler, but they do have a 300 gold deficit. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really sure how they're gonna make up for it. What do you think, Bolty?
I mean, for now, I guess they should start. Continue with their farms for now.
True, true. Louis going in with that ultimate, teleporting right to the bot lane. Not really anybody over there except that Tigreal. Maybe that ultimate should have been held on to by her for a while longer. That Alice had come there. They could have made a play. But man, I mean, Louis ultimates are
Lilia
just
gonna get caught up top
they're
lane.
pretty hit or miss. And you can see in that
Yeah.
the bot lane Lilia being locked down by the Hurricane Dash, but she does have that Purify. Exor going in with the
Ooh.
last insanity, but Lilia does have the black shoes. Tigreal, meanwhile, not so fortunate, going down, while the Lilia also follows him to his grave. Lot of losses for the side of Nishi Esports. Immortality proc by the Xbox, while the Yuzhong coming in sneakily from the backline, getting that kill onto the Sylvana with the support of that. Oh, Lo Yi with that amazing ultimate, just escaping right from the clutches of the enemy. She was so low, but she got right out of there. GG, well played. Meanwhile, Habusa looking to push on to this mid turret of Symphony. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. There's a lot of minions collapsing. I'm not really sure how they plan to defend onto it, but it's going to be quite hard. But yeah, the Louis
They can
just
defend.
coming right in,
There
saving
we
the
go.
day, making sure that mid turret does fall down. Again, man, back to you, Botis. Turtle seems to be up though.
Mm, it's looking like they're not gonna start contesting for this anytime soon yet because they're hypers on the securing that red buff. So, but
True,
I'm
true.
feeling like Akai is gonna start soon. But top.
Louis did look for a play on top lane. Didn't really get it. Didn't really, reach there. Hayabusa going in with the quad shadow onto the Akai. Akai taking a bit of damage right here. Just chipping out that Akai to make sure he can really engage later on when the turtle fight starts. And that's gonna be quite a good, trade-off for the side of Nishi squad. They did manage to lose the Lethal Wanderer in the top lane, or they're
Mhm.
just gonna be securing that vision onto the turtle so the tank can, just do his job in the top lane. A conceal mask is used by the Rakai. Tigreal maybe looking to make a play with a flicker ultimate. The Yuzhong
Oh,
going in, and the turtle
party
secured by the
started.
side
Party
of
started.
Symphony. Ruby's the run wolfing coming out. A lot of kills going out right now. Ruby trying to make an escape, but she shall be fragged out by that Yuzhong. While the Hayabusa collapsing into the Louis, getting that double kill onto that back line. GG, well played. Xwork, the last surviving member of his team aside from Sylvana. Both of them are going to be hard pressed to defend this push from the side of Nishi. But of course, it's an Xwork. He's quite the OP hero. He's going to be defending that push right away in the mid lane. But I'm not sure. I wouldn't be so sure about top, man. Like, top went right down to that Yuzhong, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's free
Hmm.
goal for red team here.
True, true. A lot of gold coming in for the turrets for the side of Nishi squad because you have to consider those turrets are giving a lot of gold in this current patch. And just getting one increase your odds of winning so much. Louis ulti not so stealthy though, as the Alice notices it straight away. just backs away, making sure that there's no one here to ruin her day, ruin her farm, and playing it safe in general. Both teams are really playing it safe in general.
Yeah, they're playing it really safe.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, you can see the Hayabusa is being pinked out by that Hurricane. That's last insanity there. But the Louis does manage to get the kill with her diversion. GG, what was that damage over there by the Xbox and the Louis? Meanwhile, on the top lane, Yuzhong tried to push in that turret. Meanwhile, Sylvana using her repeal justice. Louis ulti finally pushing out that Alice over there in the top lane. Quite a diversion used by us, using a skill one while walking away in the other direction. Quite a smart play coming in from her over there. Sylvana, meanwhile, forced to lane against this Lilia. Akai may be looking to do another Hurricane dance onto that Lilia, while in the mid lane, the Yuzhong using up that dragon form to get away because he was poked down quite a lot by that X-Ball. Man, Bolty, this game is so intense, isn't it?
Yeah, and look at the trades. It's always equal.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you can see that 7-7. What a clean score. Like, both teams are so evenly matched. It's almost a miracle. While on the bot lane, Sylvana's looking not so secure since Lilia and Alice are over there, but the Alice shall be backing off, looking to see what she can do in other sections of the map. Look at that, Louis trying to get a combo right there in the mid lane, but no one really latched on. Meanwhile, Yuzhong just camping out in the bush. He does have I think he's about to get his ultimate. He doesn't have it yet, but he's probably looking to make a play over there. The bot lane totally abandoned by the side of Symphony Squad. I don't think that it's going to survive this push by Alice and Lilia, and of course it goes right down over there. Meanwhile, the Lord has spawned, and it is it's not a 12-minute Lord yet. It's going to be a 12-minute Lord in like 40 seconds. So they're probably going to wait it out for that, and that's probably going to be the first full-fledged team with everyone participating from both sides, because there's not really been a lot of action in this game when it comes to the team fight scenario. Turrets have gone down, one turret for Symphony Squad for on the top lane and the bot lane, and they do have a one turret deficit. Conceal mask being used by the Akai, but the Alice sees through it right away. But the Tigreal has also used his own conceal mask, looking to make a play, but both sides really couldn't. They didn't have the vision to make it in the end.
Enhanced.
True. The Lord has just been enhanced, and I think both teams should just look to clear the top lane and make those rotations right about now. You can see that Yuzhong has the advantage in the wave clear, rotating to the mid side, while the Xbox just pokes out on him because he did notice him coming in, making that rotation from the top side. Meanwhile, the Alice jumping in right onto that Sylvana, while she is using her, she's just spamming her skills, making sure that Alice does pay the price for an overextension. Still, this is such a passive game, man.
Passive game.
Like, not really much action coming in from both sides. Not many engages, not many team fights, just a lot of pickoffs. There's always a trade kill in every part of. Look at that. Seems to be a play being made. Louis has found the Yuzhong, but more like the Yuzhong has found her, as she's forced to use that. Oh no! The Yuzhong's Black Dragon form taking her right out of the fight. And I don't think this is going to be much of a fight either, because they have lost their main source of DPS. Conceal mask being used by the Akai, knocked up right there by Yuzhong skill 3. Akai looking not so good while he falls down to that Lilia over there in the mid lane. Lilia also looking not so good right now, forced to use the Purify. Xbox damage is a bit too high, and you can see that Hayabusa is just using his shadow skill board right around the map. I mean, so they're just making sure that even if the Louis is not accounted for, she was fragged out by the Yuzhong in the top lane. There's not much losses coming out for their side. Am I right, Bolty?
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, you can see that Sylvana and the Hayabusa just taking that skirmish over there. Sylvana dangerously overextended as the entire team seems to be collapsing on her. Hayabusa using the shadow, while Sylvana seems to be going down. She did get Hayabusa dangerously low, but she will be the one taking the L this time around. The shutdown onto Yuzhong. Meanwhile, in the top lane by that Akai. GG, well played. Louis uses her ultimate, sadly,
Oh, he just
just
missed
a
that.
second too late as she goes down to that Alice in the bot lane. Hayabusa looking dangerously low. Akai does have that concealed mass tied to land on that 1,000 pounder onto Hayabusa, but I guess that was 100 pounds too heavy because he wasn't able to make it right there. Meanwhile, the Lord being contested by the side of Nishi's squad, they do have that retribution, they do have that Hayabusa right over there. While
There
you can
we
see in the bot lane,
go.
Ruby did try to, encroach onto that Lord Pit, but she was shut down immediately by Alice. Just the hopes of her coming in. But oh, that Hakai
Insecure
dance,
protect.
Hurricane
There we
dance,
go.
along with that Run Wolf King coming in from Ruby. Just a lot of just GG plays coming in from Symphony. They're making a lot of flashy plays, but they're not really able to, capitalize on a lot of objectives. They lost the Lord, they lost a couple of turtles, in the early game. So I don't really understand what they're doing right now, but I think I think they're like looking to defend the Lord Pit right now, the Lord push right now, because it is an enhanced Lord. That turret in the top lane is going to go down to that attack from the Lord.
Now, and it might be a team fight in the mid. Who knows? We'll see.
There might be one, but there's not enough opportunities to take,
Yeah, opportunity.
get in a fight. Meanwhile, Nishi squad just
There we go.
their objective-based gameplay so much. They're just going for turret after turret after turret, and it's it's turning out in their favor. You can see that they're leading on kills, they're leading on the farm. They have if that 4,000 goal lead, so it's looking pretty good for them for now. I'm not really sure what they're going to do in the late game though when that Louis comes online, with that burst damage. That's going to be pretty disastrous for them. I hope they're prepared for that one. Of course, blue buff trying to be stolen by Niche squad, but the Xborg does have his retribution up, seals it back right away. You can see now that somewhat of a skirmish being playing out in the mid lane. You can see it's like Lilia is trying to get some poke damage onto the enemy team, trying to get some poke damage onto Symphony, while Ruby tries to land a hook, but sadly no one in that bush as she gets literally no one over there. Xboard meanwhile just trying to test the waters, just getting everyone's HP low, just trying to find out everyone's position so that Louis isn't in particular harm. Conceal mass, meanwhile, used by that Tigreal. He does manage to get in a bit deep into the enemy lines, but he was spotted right away by that Akai and Ruby. They're just keeping a lot of watch, aren't they, Ruby?
Oh. Well, for now, I think both teams are gonna wait out for the Lord to pop up again.
True.
In the favor of Team Nishi.
True. I totally agree with what you just said. Like the Lord is going to be spawning in another minute or so, and both the teams are probably going to be looking to contest this one because this is going to be pretty important to the game. And you need to consider that Symphony, they're not really that behind in their farm. You can see the items. You can see that everyone really has their core items. Xborg is almost he's almost got his last item. Ruby has also almost gotten her last item. Everyone's just on their last item, or in the case of Akai, he's on his last two items. So everyone's pretty farmed up. I don't think that they're in any form of a particular disadvantage. That 40k goal mark has already been crossed, where any form of a comeback is possible. But of course, it'll come down to which team secures more vision, which team secures more pickoffs right now. So you just need to capitalize on the mistake so much. Xborg, meanwhile, in the mid lane, Hayabusa going in with his ultimate, going in for that shadow kill. Meanwhile, Alice jumping in with her blood ode, using that her ultimate just to make sure that everyone's zoned out because this Lord will be spawning right away. And you can see Hayabusa just going straight for it. You can make out that this was their game plan all along. They intended to contest this enhanced Lord. You can see the zone game coming out from the side of Nishi's squad. They've zoned out every corner of the map except there the Hurricane Dance is coming in by Akai, but no one's really there to follow it up. Oh my god! Xboard going in with that last insanity and the retribution. Beautiful steal by him, as you said, Bolty. But a lot of people falling out. They're just falling out from the side of Symphony. Immortality poked by that Hayabusa. Sylvana's getting that Alice kind of low while the shutdown has been secured by that Ruby. Hayabusa, what are you doing? What is he doing? He just jumped into two people who just wrecked him, destroyed him in the mid lane. That was just GG, well played damage. Xborg, meanwhile, just taking that skirmish with Yuzhong and Tigreal. Both hypers not really at the top of their game this time around, as both have just fallen down to a two-person, 2-person comp. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, that's Sylvana just getting that insane damage onto Yuzhong. So Percy, while the Lord just goes into the top turret, just crashing into it, destroying it. Any form of an advantage that Nishi squad had at this point of the game has been destroyed, as the side of Symphony takes the goal lead, and the turret lead as well as the inhibitor on the top side does fall down. Implosion coming in from the Tigreal with the Sacred Hammer as a follow-up, getting a lot of CC in, while the Lilia has come back. He was just biding time for his teammates to come into the match. Alice going in with a Blood Ode, and you can see that they are really getting a lot of damage onto the Lord. Imperial Justice lured in by the Sylvana, but she will be chain CC'd with that Sacred Hammer, followed up by the Blood Ode by the Alice. Hurricane Dance coming in to disengage for that Ruby. Concealed Mass being used by the Tigreal. Meanwhile, I guess he has his ultimate back up, but not yet. Almost, but he's forced to use his Flicker instead. Not quite a good trade taken by him there. But of course, he must have been panicking a lot because his team just lost any form of an advantage they ever had in this entire game. They worked so hard to push those starts, get those objectives, get those lords, get those turtles. But that was just ruined by a single last insanity and retribution used in by that Xborg. Really, Wannabe on his Xborg has been doing so much for his team this game. You can see his track record is just so good. He's just fragging left, right, center, and also getting those objectives for his team. Got the Lord, saved his team from certain doom. Just making sure that his team will win this game, isn't he, Bolting?
Absolutely. And if you notice, like before the Yuli, I don't know why he just ulted on the push like just a few walks away.
I mean, she was probably just taking the push, and I mean, you have to consider the fact that Akai won't be able to push check as effectively right now. He'll drop low instantaneously the moment the Lilia and the
I guess Nietzsche is just gonna wait out for Symphony's mistake, so I'm guessing they're gonna play safe for now, since they both lose inhibitors, 2 towers. So yeah.
True. You're absolutely right. I mean, they seem to be biding their time, waiting for the Symphony to make a mistake. They haven't been focusing on the objectives, but that Lord still was really good for them, since they did manage to get all those turrets that they had been lacking throughout this entire game. Totally turned the tide in the term of one team fight. One team fight was all it took to turn the tables, and the chair as well, because this was just a massive lead taken by them. Of course, the bot inhibitor seems to be the last hope for the side of Nishi squad, because
Lord is up.
Definitely. Lord is up, and Tigreal going in with that Sacred Hammer, but not much done over there, since the Lilia did try to get in damage, but that's not going to be much done over there. You can see Akai is pretty tanky at this point of the game. It's not going to really fall that low that fast. And Lord, meanwhile, being contested by the Xborg. I think this is
They're
quite
gonna bait them out.
secure for Symphony. No, they're just baiting out their enemies, trying to force them into taking this Lord fight. They have lost a lot of turrets, so they don't have much to retreat into. This is a top Lord after all. Akai looking to make a play with a 1,000-pounder over there mainly, but no. Instead, we see the diversion coming in from the Louis in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Alice just, checking the waters, testing the waters, just seeing whether her team can engage from any side. But no such luck, as Xborg is right there to stop any advances made by her. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Yuzhong looking to push on to this bot inhibitor, or maybe, you know, get a kill onto that Ruby. Of course, he can rotate faster than her, and he does have that wave clear advantage. So I think Symphony would do better, you know, maybe compromise the positioning a bit, or maybe, you know, look on to latch onto this Yu Zhong, which they did try, but he's able to walk out, you know, relatively unscathed. He did get a few skills, but he's able to heal right back up. Alice looking there, looking to be a bit, you know, overextended over there. Akai doesn't seem to be using the Hurricane Dancer or yet. And meanwhile, Alice going into the Blood Order onto the Louis explosion coming in by the Tigreal, while the Hurricane Dance coming out from the Akai to disengage for his team. Last Insanity being used out by the X-Wall. Meanwhile, a lot of immortality is being used as Louis is the first to fall in this team fight. Meanwhile, looking there in the mid lane, another kill comes out for Nishi as Sylvana goes down in the mid lane in the bush. GG, well played. Louis and Sylvana both taken down by the side of Nishi's squad as they seem to go for this Lord contest, which is pretty easy for them as long as Xbox doesn't make another steal play, which he could. You know, it's not that hard for an Xbox to steal a Lord. Last Insanity coming in again while the Yu Zhong using up his Black Dragon form. This time around, the Last Insanity a bit mistimed as Alice secures the Lord with her skills. You know, just using them all up to make sure that this time around it won't be a repeat of the previous Lord fight. GG, well played to Nishi's squad as they have secured the Lord and it has already spawned upon the battlefield. 14, what an insane play coming out from that Alice, isn't it?
Absolutely. For now, I think Xborg is gonna wait out clearing their lanes. But I don't know. Yeah, Luli is gonna come back soon, so I guess they can defend this for now. And look at that damage coming in from Xborg.
True. I mean, Hayabusa just jumped in there and he was like, he just knocked out. Like, yeah. he knew if he was there for a second longer, he was in hot soup. And he would have been because Xbox just went and blasted away right over there. Like, look at that Lord just coming in gloriously from the side of the top lane. Team of Symphony looking to stop it right in its tracks. A lot of damage being dished out onto Savannah by this Lord. A lot of members have been lost by, you know, the side of Nishi's squad by in that last team fight, so they aren't really exactly able to support this Lord the way they could. But of course the Lord ends up crashing onto the tower anyways. Alice looking to make a play onto the Sylvana. She's dangerously low, you can see, but she's trying to turn the tides, but unfortunately Alice with that Winter Trunken play right away. Xbox trying to use the Last Insanity to get Alice's last parts of HP. Some play coming in the mid lane. I think Tigreal will be trying to do somewhat of an implosion, but instead it's the Hurricane Dance from the side of that Akai coming in. You can see the 1000 Powder into the Petrify. Lilia forced to use her Purify in that mid lane, but not really much harm done. She's able to get out relatively unscathed, but her mana is dangerously low, so she is taking that recall right now. Alice, look at her. She's getting that blue buff. She's gonna be pretty much unstoppable at this point because she does have a lot. She's not gonna run into any mana problems anytime soon because she does have that blue buff as she 40.
Look at how the tides have changed, or the tables have changed.
Definitely. Like you can see that both teams are down to, you know, their last base turrets. You can see Symphony's down to 2 inhibitors while Nishi's squad has 1. So I guess they're gonna be, you know, trying to look at freezing the lanes, but that's not gonna be that effective. You know, everyone has door. You know, you don't want to be risking any probability of a backdoor happening at this point of the game because, you know, Nishi squad has lost out on 2 inhibitors right there. So it's gonna be pretty disastrous if they happened to, you know, lose another one because it will be the last one. But on the other hand, I can see that Symphony has got their full build, so I don't really see any reason why they shouldn't be, you know, just trying to go ahead. Both teams have almost hit, you know, like that 90k gold mark. You know, both teams have got 90,000 gold each, and it's not really such a bad time to, you know, walk up, make sure that the map is split evenly. Because look at this, man, like you can't really be letting that Alice get the blue buff time and again. It's already the second time. It's going to be quite the uphill battle for them if she does, and she does end up getting that blue buff towards the end. Man, Bolte, who do you think was gonna win this, man? The game is already sitting at 30 minutes. Like, seriously.
For now, yeah, Lord is gonna come out in 5 seconds. So another contest for the Lord, and whoever gets the Lord maybe can win the game.
True that. Because you can see that the Lord is just, a huge leverage. It's a huge advantage for any side that manages to get it. You can see that, Nishi squad is going right away for the Lord, while the Ogi Shadow Kill is being used by that Hayabusa over there, while the Akai going in from the back. Maybe he's looking to use a Hurricane Dance, but he waits patiently as the Lord knocks up the Hayabusa. Hayabusa does manage to almost follow. Immortality used up by him. Louis getting that diversion onto the Hayabusa. The X-Ball with the last insanity as well. Alice using the Bloodwood, dealing a lot of damage, while Lilia just taking out that Akai. Meanwhile, Yuzhong falling dangerously low to that Xbox. Double kill secured by the Lilia onto the Sylvana. Louis just using her diversion time and again. Tigreal falling dangerously low. As you can see, Xbox also almost dying out over there. Just with his dying grass. You can see in the mid lane, near the base, there we find it. Dangerously low, and he is taken down. Meanwhile, the base inhibitor is going down, and the base is just taken out by the side of Symphony. GG, well played it. And over a 30-minute game, and the victor in the end, the one who emerged as the champion of this game, is the one and only Symphony. GG. Man, what a game, what a game. Like, I was just sitting through that entire, all those skirmishes, all those trades, and, unlike any other game that has been played till now, this was the most evenly matched one. Both sides played equally good. They had a firm grasp over what they were doing. While, the side of Symphony, they knew that their strength was in their skills. They knew that they could play their heroes well, and they prioritize on that. They made sure that their priorities were straight. They went in for those plays. They went in for those flashy ultimates. They went in for those heroes who can turn the tides, like that Sylvana, like that Louis, like that X-Borg with that last insanity. A lot of plays coming in from them. Meanwhile, you've got to respect the fact that Nishi Scott went for, a team that can perfectly secure objectives. Usually they have that Yuzhong, they have that Hayabusa, they have Lilia, lot of zone coming in from them, lot of objective secure, lot of the damage coming in for the Lord and the Turtles. So you have to really respect how they managed to secure that early game. Of course, in the late game, they stood no chance against that formed up X-Borg, who just annihilated their entire team comp. Am I right?
The
Bolte?
perfect steals.
True that. Like,
right?
he went for the Lords at the perfect time. Except for that second one. I mean, the second one was probably him just, he was just put on the spot. But that first and third Lord steal was just GG, well played. Like, he totally deserves that MVP of today, don't you agree? Meanwhile, you have to respect that Alice, a lot of damage coming in from her side, but sadly she shall not be the one in the victorious team today. She won't be in the victorious team today, because I mean, of course, the objective wise gameplay, the award, the credit definitely goes to Nishi Scott, but in the end, the victors are Symphony. Winning is winning, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Do consider smashing that like and subscribe button, and we shall be seeing y'all in the next match. Peace out.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, sure.
All right, some people are requesting me to say this. Kill. There we go, guys. Are you happy? All right, have a good day, guys. See you again after a few minutes.
All right, everybody, welcome back
Among the
to
players,
the
victory
second match
belongs
of
to
today.
you.
You're back to Colt Esports, and before we start this, second match of today, we would like to make the announcement that the actual second match, which was supposed to be between To Be Honest and Renegades Esports, that has been
Your
cancelled,
team is
sadly
banning.
due to unforeseen circumstances. To Be Honest has forfeited that match and the win has been awarded to Renegades
Your
Esports, who
team is
shall
banning.
be heading on in the winners bracket. They shall be moving forward in the winners bracket. They have been handed the win. So, of course, I'm not really sure what could have happened. What do you think, Boti?
I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. I guess they don't feel like it. That's all I can say.
I mean, sure. Being
Your
under the
team is
weather
banning.
is quite. I mean, that's understandable sometimes. Not everyone may feel on top
Mm-hmm.
of their game. Not everyone may feel, that they could play at the to the best of their abilities in any given situation, and
Mm-hmm.
they might have dropped out because of that. You never know.
Yeah, we'll never
But
know.
of course, we'll be continuing
Your
with the
team
current
is
match. As you can see, guys, you can see that on the left side, which is the blue side, you can see we have Ryuga Esports, while on the red side we have Fight Back Crew. Ryuga Esports going in, locking that saber, while Fight Back Crew going for another Tigreal first pick. So many Tigreal first picks coming in this entire tournament,
Your
Bolty.
team is picking.
Absolutely. And last match, they're going for another ruby.
Hmm. I mean, that Tigreal and Ruby have been carried over from the last match, but that Tigreal first pick is just being carried over from every match. And of course, Balman was open, so it was quite the
Your
surprise to
team
see
is
him not
picking.
being picked in that second round or in that first round from the side of Fightback Crew. But so that Balman will be secured by the side of Ryuga Esports, they have gone right in taking that Balman. Meanwhile, they have also taken that Kufra to act as their roamer, to act as their tank or support. And instead, on the red side, we have Tigreal to fulfill that very same role. And what are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? We are seeing
Kadita? Okay.
Your team
Kadita
is banning.
being locked in as the mage Booty.
Well, Kadita, it's a pretty good mage, and whenever she locks in her ultimate on somebody, that's a good amount of burst. So I'm feeling like I don't know, she can burst down Bowman probably.
Your team is
And there we
banning.
go.
True.
We go with the veiled ban.
I mean, one more thing that Kadita could do
Your team
is,
is
the
picking.
immune that entire Saber ultimate, because you can
Oh,
really
absolutely.
use the ultimate on a Kadita that is immune to any form of CC. So she can just use a skill one. She can use her, waves into her ultimate and just get out of any sticky situation she finds herself in. Especially one considering Saber, because he has been picked in by the side of Ryuga Esports.
Your team is
Meanwhile, for
picking.
the second phase of picks, we can see that Lapu has been locked in by the side of Fightback Crew. You can see that they are really intent on getting that AoE damage in this match. I really wonder which their hyper is. That's got to be a lot of single target damage to make up
Aye.
for it.
Your team is picking.
Meanwhile, the jungler for the side of Ryuga Esports has already been locked in, and it shall be that Harley. That Harley is going to be dealing a lot of single target damage to any member of the team of 5 at crew, but I'm not really sure why specifically a Harley into, say, a Kadira, because there's not going to be many targets for him to lock onto in the late game. Meanwhile, you can see, guys, they have the Hellcurt, like really off meta pick coming in from the side of Fightback Crew. I still remember the glory days of Hellcurt where everyone just feared his ultimate, everyone feared the darkness, the darkness, Dark Knight Falls. But nowadays Hellcurt is just a huge off meta pick. I'm not really sure why they have locked it in, but of course maybe they have their own reasons, don't they, Bolty?
Absolutely. And we see Ryuga with the Sicilian pick, and I'm pretty sure they're going late game because Sicilian have to stack up if he's gonna deal damage. And on
True.
the other hand, fight back crew. I don't know with the off pick and Hellcar with the hyper as well. I'm not
Welcome
actually
to
sure, but
Mobile
we'll see.
Legends.
how
We'll
they
see.
do things.
True. And as you can see, guys, we're heading into the land of dawn. Place your bets because the match has already begun between Ryuga Esports and Fight Back Crew. Which side do you think will emerge victorious? Of course, the first one who I will ask that question is none other than you, Bolty.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I think that the side of Ryuga Esports has quite a good draft, but there one thing that I'd say they're lacking in is that consistent DPS. Till the late game, they're going to really be relying on that Sicilian to take in the late game team fights. But meanwhile, you can see a bit of a skirmish in the mid lane. As you can see that Kadita just using her the rough tides and just getting that Kofra to waste his bouncing ball in the mid lane. But of course, just going to get that right back. Lethal Wanderer had been secured by the side of Ryuga Esports. Meanwhile, Tigreal taking a bit of damage from that Kofra while he tries to take out that Silent Ward. But of course, it shall be taken down this time around. Last bit of HP. Kadita making sure that it's taken down. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Saber falling dangerously low by the Ruby. Kufra trying to go for a jump, but totally misses everyone. Totally misses the mark and forced to use that flicker to get out. Hellcut dealing a lot of damage. Dark Knight Falls being used up. First blood also secured by that Hellcut on to the Kufra, while the Harley using his deadly magic onto the Hellcut. Not much harm dealt to him though, because he was pretty much protected by his tank, which is a Tigreal over there. Quite a good team fight, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, pretty good team fight.
But of course, Turtle has spawned in right about now. They should be taking a fight over there. They did rotate all the way to the top lane. You can see that Hellcut is already farmed. Yep. Turtle contest is totally in line right now. You can see that the side of Ryuga Esports, their jungler is already there. He's taking out the turtle pretty fast. Dark Knight Falls has already been used up, but the retribution has not. As you can see, the turtle completely stolen by the side of Fight Back Crew as the Hellcut goes in for that Sicilian frag. Meanwhile, Lapu Lapu taking out that Kofra over there in the top lane. Harley, unfortunately, being a victim of that Sacred Hammer coming in from the Tigreal. GG. Not only the turtle, but also 3 kills in the top lane while also securing the first blood. This is quite the good start for Fight Back Crew. Won't you agree?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, what do you think would be their game plan now from heading out from now on, Bothi?
I'm feeling like they're gonna go for another turtle contest, even though they lag the goal right now, but we'll see what is going on, and they might start a team fight at bottom.
True. They may start a team fight in the bottom. Just making sure that they grasp that early lead to make sure that when the turtle spawns in a minute, they will have something to capitalize on. Meanwhile, Kadira taken out in the bot lane by the side of Ryuga Esports. Tigreal also taking the L as he falls right back down. Dark Knight Falls being used by Hellcut, but again, not really much done over there. As you know, everyone from the side of Ryuga Esports is there for a follow-up if anything happens. But still, there's an entire 1,000 goal lead by the side of Fight Back Crew. So it's gonna be hard to really make any substantial plays because they do have double the kills, they do have that goal advantage, and they have the numbers already for this turtle. They have the vision advantage too. You can see Hellcut just taking out a ton of HP of that Kufra there in the mid lane. Not a fight breaking out though. Boldy, back to you. Honestly, what do you think in this turtle fight? What do you think is gonna happen in this turtle fight?
I'm feeling like Fight Back Crew might get this start.
Again. The Dark Knight Falls has landed, but the Saber managed to get that Ruby in the mid lane. Lot of damage coming in from that Kadita ultimate. And meanwhile, Hellcut taken out by that Saber. Double kill secured by him, while the turtle does go sadly to the side of Fight Back Crew. Good fight put up by Ryuga Esports though, but meanwhile, they have already lost a turret and they have lost the turtle. Though they did get some return kills, if that makes them feel any better. But still, losing a turtle and the tower, that's pretty much a big yikes, man.
Now, as you can see, the teams are, I feel like, yeah, they're checking bushes for now, trying to scout out. And yeah, the Saber, yeah, he's going to go back for now. So pretty much they're going to start farming again. And I don't know. They're going to...
I feel that they're going to try to go for the Saber in the bot lane. They know that he's quite the threat right now. So you can see that Conceal Mask already being used by the Tigreal, but sadly, it does make quite a lot of noise. You know, that Conceal noise is quite noisy. It's quite audible. So yes, the Saber totally saw that gank coming in on the mid lane. Meanwhile, you can see that Kofra is lurking. Sadly, he was noticed right away by the Tigreal, who managed to make him back off over there. Pretty smart move though. Backing off is technically better than making a fatal play over there, because he had already been noticed by the enemy team before the entire gang started. Meanwhile, I'd say that, you know, Firebat Crew is putting quite the is turning out to be quite the foe for Ryuga, because they have been playing in such a manner that, you know, both the sides, both the offlanes have lost this turret. Meanwhile, Kupra going for the Tyrant's Rage in the mid lane, but meanwhile, that Kadita going for that reverse sweep as she manages to get that one kill. Meanwhile, Cecilian getting that Kadita in return. Helcott trying to go for a play over there with that Dark Knight Falls, but Cecilion will be able to get out unscathed. GG plays coming in from both teams. But again, Tigreal getting that shutdown onto the Saber. Saber did manage to almost get that Helcott in the bot lane. Good luck, good play, you know, just good plays coming in from him, but he's still gonna be shut down. And now the side of Ryuga Esports is gonna be really hard pressed to, you know, find a good way to end this match, because they already have lost 2 turtles, they have lost 2 turrets, and they have lost so many kills. They've lost 7 kills to the side of Fireback Crew. And meanwhile, you can see that the third turtle is already being contested. Holly trying to go in for a play, but sadly, oh, the turtle has been stolen. Instead, while Cecilion also managed to get a kill onto that Ruby. Sadly, the Saber going down in the bot lane. Kadita with that insane burst in the mid lane, going for that Cecilion. GG, well played, as the side of Ryuga takes 2 for the price of 1. They lose 2 members, but only manage to take 1, who is that Ruby. Meanwhile, all members of both teams have already returned back to the battle, and we can probably see some plays happen sooner or later, because you can see that Lapu is a bit extended. Holly waiting that bush to maybe use some deadly magic. But Lapu does have his ultimate. He does have his heavy sword stance. So he's not gonna be taken down so that easily. So I guess the Holly just back down over that Tigreal. Oh, that Holly managed to go for a play, and Kadita going right down over there in the mid lane. Mid lane turret had been secured by the side of Ryuga, so it's gonna be an uphill battle for Fightback Crew in you know, that mid lane over there. 5 people already over there. Tigreal going down to that Cecilion over there. Saber getting a lot of damage in. Helcott coming in, but he shall be taken out. Ruby using the Run Wolf King. Lapu coming in from the backline onto the Cecilion. He's latched on. Flicker use, but sadly it misses. However, he still gets a kill with his basic attack. Double kill secured onto the Harley. A lot being done by the offlaners today, because they're really carrying the pace of the game. Ruby coming in with that Run Wolf King. Kufra meanwhile using the Tyrant's Revenge. While Lapu is taken down, Ruby sadly is there to give that follow-up. Take down Kufra, take down Saber as well. Palman there to make sure that the turret doesn't fall. Meanwhile, GG plays from both sides. Lot of setup work, lot of, you know, alerts, lot of lot of targeting of the backline coming in from the side of Fireback Crew. Wouldn't you agree, both?
Absolutely. And now that the Lord is up, I don't know if they're gonna go for the Lord for now. I guess they're gonna wait out for the enhanced Lord maybe again. So we'll see what happens here.
They could. I mean, Tigreal has already used his and they're contesting the Lord. No, they aren't. Not yet. I mean, the waves are crashing in the bot lane already, and it's on the side of Saber, so he will be able to make it to a team fight before Lapu. So I don't think the side of Fightback Crew would be wanting to contest a lot yet, considering that their offlane might be behind in terms of the rotation. You can see Lapu and Saber looking dangerously close to each other. Maybe a play might be coming out here, but instead Lapu decides to play it out safe. Just go for the wave clear, making sure that his waves are clean, because he can see that his team has already been pushed out of the Lord Pit. They're not in the Lord Pit anymore. Tigreal going, finding that Sacred Hammer onto the Tigreal, manages to land the lock up, while you can see in the mid lane that Tigreal and Kadita are looking to make some play. But it's really just not happening, as the Saber is right there to stop any form of an advance. Triple sweep coming in from onto the Tigreal from that Saber. Knockup landed by the Kadita. Rough waves coming in, but not really being able to do much. Lapu Lapu using his heavy sword stance ultimate, landing that stun, but he shall be taken out by that Sicilian. Kadita going down to that Balman's lethal counter. As in the mid lane, you can see that Harley dropping dangerously low. Ruby on that last sliver of HP, but she shall be shut down by that Balman. Double kill coming in for him, as the side of Ryuga is going for the Lord at this point of the game. I don't really think this is a full Lord contest, since they are trying to bait out the Lord. Balman's not really doing that much damage, and there's no one really trying to contest it. Like, yeah, look at that. Helker taking a shit ton of damage in the top lane over there from that Balman. Lord is already down to its last leg of HP. Dark Knight Falls coming in, but Deadly Magic from Harley, I guess, will take out the Helker, and it's taken out as the blue team, which is Ryuga, secures the Lord, while Kadita picks up that Balman. GG. Saber coming in with the triple sweep, getting that Lapu Lapu for the Lord Pit key cleanup. That is a clean Lord contest, and Ryuga has completely backed off. All of their damage dealers are still alive and safe, and they're just looking to probably push on once the Lord arrives. Look at Saber just going for that bot lane in for tier 1. Meanwhile, I don't really think the turrets on the side of Fightback Crew are looking so good right now. What do you, Bolty?
Yeah, the Fightback Crew, they might need to hold back for now. And like I said again, wait for the opposing team mistake. And Bowman is gonna go for the side push, so this might he might actually got it to the tier 2. So let's see.
True. This has already reached the tier 2. The Lord has already reached the tier 2, but it's not really crashing onto it, and it has been taken down by the side of Fightback Crew. They're putting up quite the fight, as there you can see Ruby jumping into the fray, but it shall be Lapu taking all that damage and being taken out. Petrify coming on to the Balman over there, as Dark Knight Falls being used up by the Hellcut. Kufra getting caught in the implosion, while Harley does manage to take down the Hellcut using that deadly magic. Triple sweep coming in onto the Kadita, as she gets taken down by that Saber. Tyrant's Revenge coming out by that Kufra. Deadly magic coming on to that Tigreal from that Harley, but it won't be enough damage. While on the meanwhile, Sicilian will have enough for this Ruby. It looks like he's stuck in the base of Fightback Crew, but Tigreal's definitely in a pickle here as he goes right down. The base turret might be taken down. Lapu Lapu tries to jump in, but the lethal counter from the Balman will take him right down. GG. The inhibitors just keep falling. The top is already gone down, but the shutdown has been secured onto that Saber. Hellcut managing to make sure that the Harley's deadly magic doesn't really do much, as Balman falls dangerously low at a single point of HP. He gets away as the base turret of Fightback Crew not looking so good. It is being assaulted by all sides by the Harley and minions, and it shall be taken down. GG. As we can see, just one Lord to end this game. Well played. What a game put up by both sides, I must say, Boldy.
Absolutely. The reason why Fightback Crew lost there is mainly Hellcar's fault for missing those his second skill.
True. His deadly singers were missed by him quite a few times, and he could have secured. I mean, Harley and Sicilian are pretty slippery once they use their skills. Harley with that movement speed from his hat, and Sicilian with his movement speed from his blood ultimate. But of course, Hellcat is kind of to blame in this situation. Tigreal really doing a lot for his team though. That those implosion and sacred hammer plays and that zoning, that vision, really just a top tier tank. Like he just he just showed that he was quite the powerhouse. I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing fight back crew, making plays in just in the losers bracket,
The
because
loser.
that
Yeah.
because they do have that second chance, and I hope they avail of it, man. They've really shown why they're a squad that can contest for the winner of this entire tournament. Am they?
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, you can see that Raigua did put up quite the fight. Harley, just such a dominating pick. The player also needs to be given a lot of credit. He played his Harley despite being counterpicked by that Hellcourt, really going out, trying to make the day bad for him. And in the end, did manage to prevail. He did have the Sicilian providing him with that insane support. So kudos to both Sicilian and Harley in this game. They did a lot. They put up a good show, and they had all of us clinging to our seats, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, Ruby actually did a good job seizing like a bunch of people there. But the only problem was their main damage dealers were gone. So yeah, kudos to Ruby as well.
Yep, definitely. You know, a lot of credits to all the players in this match. They did put up quite a fight. They did put up a good show for the viewers to watch on. So, guys, do consider hitting that like and subscribe button, because these teams are putting on the best matches they can give. They're putting on the best fights that they can show to you on this stage of Colt Esports. So, guys, do try to share the stream to your friends. Do hit that like, do hit that subscribe, so we can increase our reach. Guys, we enjoy your support. We have enjoyed how you have been our viewers for this day. And guys, I just like to say this before I sign out for today. This has been your lead caster Crunchy and my support caster Bolty, signing out for today. Guys,
Peace.
thanks a lot, and
Thank you.
peace, of course.
Your team is banning.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the monthly playoffs powered by Colt Esports Season 1, Day number 2. We are in the
Your
third match
team
of the
is
evening,
banning.
guys. It's going to be Team Dragons on the blue side up against Team Knights on the red side. With all that, let's jump right into the draft as
Your
you're going to
team
spectate this
is
match
banning.
with me, that is KDet, and my co-caster, Crunchy.
Hello, everybody, and I'm really glad to be able to join you for this third match. I really thought I'd be signing off after this, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, I shall also be casting for this match. Really great pleasure to be joining you guys as a support caster. As we head into
Your team
today's
is
game,
banning.
we shall see that the bans are Popo Matilda from the side of Snapdragons, while the red team has picked up the this opportunity to ban out Saber and Xborg.
Decent bans from both the teams. Jawhead will
Your
be
team
secured
is
right away.
picking.
Let's see if this Jawhead is going to be played as a tank by Apex or Anti-Mage will pick up that Jawhead or go on the side lane. I personally feel like that Ryoner will go with the Lunox as the side lane while Hydon Bush will play as the jungler. We know that Void is a core support hero for their side,
Your
while
team is picking.
Knights answering back with a Sun as well as a Barats right away. What do you think about these two picks, Fancy? I'm really, excited after seeing the draft for now.
True. Both sides are they really have a good grasp on what the meta is currently. You can see the side of Snapdragon going straight away for a Joyhead. They're going for their comfort picks. But Joyhead is also a pretty strong tank, pretty strong offlane if, coming in as a surprise pick in this current meta. And Lunox also being locked in by them. Meanwhile, you can see that Knights have gone for that Barats, they've gone for that Sun, which are both in their own respect really strong offlanes. They have gone with that flicker on both heroes, so you can probably be seeing a Detna's welcome followed up by a flicker from that Barats, or maybe even a flicker followed up by Detna's welcome from the Barats. Meanwhile, that Sun is going to be quite the terror on the offlane.
Your team is
Going
banning.
forward, though, what do you think about the Changu pick, Scariot?
I guess they're picking the Chango just so Snapdragon do not go with the Chango pick to counter that Sun. That's the main reason I can currently find in them picking the Chango. But I don't think so that Snapdragon are gonna go with
Your
that pick.
team
Banning
is
the
banning.
Sylvana right off. They're just either picking or banning all the counters of Sun so that he cannot be stopped. Draft
True.
from Knights is pretty interesting because Barats can jump in as the jungler as well as the side lane, and Sun can do
Your
the same
team
thing.
is
So
picking.
for now, I guess all they need is a hardcore tank.
I mean, one thing you're probably overlooking is that Changu can fill in both the mage and the offlane roles.
Yes, absolutely. I missed that one. Thank you, Crunchy.
Yeah, no problem. But of course, there's a lot of flexibility coming in from the side of the draft of Knights, so they do stand quite a good chance at giving a good fight to Snapdragons. And as you can see, the one role that is left to be filled has been fulfilled. The roamer has been picked up. The tank has been picked up by the side of Knights, which shall be that Kufra coming in. Those Tyrant's Rage and Tyrant's Revenges are going to be really monumental in setting up the pace, setting up the game, getting those engages in.
Absolutely. Plus, Kufra's Tyrant's Revenge can also counter the Blazing Duet of Cloud. So that's also very important
Your team is picking.
skill to keep in mind. While Balmond and Sams are being locked in by Snapdragon, that's new. That's new, Crunchy.
Yup, definitely. But of course, Thomas and Balman are both in their own respective, both in their respective lanes. Balman going in probably for a gold lane. I don't know. Actually, it could be either Balman or Thomas going in for the gold lane. Either could go for the XP lane. But in their own respect, they are really strong picks right now with that new item Vorax. They're really they're able to get a lot of damage, a lot of movement speed from them, and they're able to snowball into the late game, later phase of the game, but just using that one item perspective. So it's going to be quite the good matchup considering that Granger has been picked up as the jungler for the side of Knights because they know that they needed something that could probably help them in the early game. Don't you agree, Scared?
Absolutely. Draft of Knights is early game composed. They've got the Granger, they've got the Barats who come online very early in the game. They have the Kufra as well, who gets his level 4 and gets very aggressive in the game. Though Kufra is not very tanky in the early game, but he can provide in those setups. That's extremely important, and that is why that is how Kufra is actually played. It's totally based on those setups and pickoffs. But Snapdragon is decent as well. But I must say they've got the Lunox as the mage as well as Claude as the jungler. Claude comes online quite late, and
And
Lunox
Lunox comes
as well.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah. They
she
both
also
come online pretty late, so
yeah,
it's gonna be
absolutely.
quite the. It's gonna be quite the uphill battle in the earlier phase of the game. But you have to consider also that Changu is also quite a late scaler. She comes online pretty late, and her damage is lacking compared to Lunox in the early phases. In fact, so it's not gonna be such a bad matchup for them. Balman already going for those lane cuts. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we can see somewhat of a skirmish coming out. The bouncing ball being used by the Kufra to get in some damage onto the Lunox, while she's really just destroying his HP bar in the mid lane. Chango also taking a bit of a hit from that chaos. The chaos orbs from the Lunox. Meanwhile, in the top
Look
lane,
at that Balmond.
huge fight has been taken up. The flicker coming in from the Kufra, trying to make sure that the Balmond can't escape, but his own flicker has been used up to make sure that he's able to get away in this sticky situation. And you can see Lunox just going in straight away for that Kufra Tyrant's Revenge coming in, but it's not really able to do much as Lunox manages to flicker away. Granger managed to secure his red buff. The Balmond wasn't really successful here. Had forced to take that recall over there. Pretty good skirmish, wasn't it, Sked?
First blood secured right away by the Lunox. Early game aggression we're seeing from Snapdragon. That's honestly speaking unlikely, but it's coming from the lane of Balmond, so that's kind of expected. Balmond gets online as soon as it's level 1, because all you need is this skill to just destroy the enemies right now. And we know that after Vorax is like almost unstoppable, and since he goes in for the tangle, it's extremely difficult. There goes down Kufra yet again in the river on the turtle side. Blazing do it for the kill, secure on the Chango as well. That's 2 for 0 trade right before the turtle, and it's gonna be a very easy turtle for Snapdragon.
True that. It's gonna be quite easy for them. They do have the retribution, but they won't even use that as they take down the turtle, secure the first turtle of the game, as well as a ton of kills. They really were ahead on their rotation this time around. Claude was not even disturbed from farming out. He just went from blue to red to just patting down that entire riverside, getting a kill on that Kufra in the mid lane, and following up with the Changu as well. That was just amazing setup from his team as well, making sure that that Claude would not face any problems during this entire duration.
Yeah, Balmond's aggression is quite high in my opinion. I personally feel like that he should be punished at this point. He's extremely outpositioned, extremely overconfident at this point. There's the Tyrant's Revenge onto the Balmond. He is going in for his skill too, as well as wants to go in for the retreat. Jawhead with a perfect ejector and the Chaos Assault by the Lunox, securing the shutdown on the Granger right away. Daytona's welcome, not doing any damage. Blazing Duet coming in. Chango has been ejected towards the team. Will be finished off by Claude. He is coming online extremely early in this game, and that's the worst nightmare for the opponents. Claude's coming, getting his Demonator sword early.
I mean, seriously, man. Apex is going for so many throws onto that as that Jawhead. It's almost frightening. Like, he's gone. He's taken out that Granger, taken out that Chango in the same team fight. Meanwhile, Hide on Bush going on that Claude, making sure that Granger's taking a lot of punishment for using up his skills like that. Rhapsody not really landing, not really doing much damage, while that Samus Luminescence not really doing much. Meanwhile, Jawhead getting another kill onto that Cobra with the assistance of that Lunox. Just a lot of skirmishes going on right now, aren't they?
Absolutely. Look at Sam's. Anti-mage. My goodness. He's already level 7. Well, look at the Chango. She's just reached level 4. And that too because she was level 3 when she died the second time. That too during the Blazing Duet. Anti-mage just going in for those aggressively. No way you're allowed to do that, Snapdragon. Daytona's welcome on to Balmond. Look at his positioning. He must be killed. He must be finished off. There's a skill 2 of Baratz right there. Balmond still sustaining. There's the Tyrant's Rage onto the Balmond. Look at that. Lunox meanwhile securing the one on Claude. I cannot believe that Balmond is still surviving. Finally, he has been shutted down. But At what cost? Top lane tier 1 has already fallen. Granger has been shut down again and again. They've got absolutely no farms. Farms now will most probably be shut down. He's got no escape skills. Kufra with the kill secure. But Claude is free farming. And Lunax is going strong 206 with 3.6k gold at this point.
Like, damn, this is a hell load of aggression coming in. Oh, Jawhead getting that throw again while Claude and Lunok just rampage all over the battlefield. Getting those kills, getting that team fight potential onto there. Barat's going for the throw with that Detna's welcome, but he shall also be secured by that Linux over there. Just insane plays coming in. The side of Knights are just being destroyed, aren't they, Scared?
I don't think so that Knights know the proper mechanics of the hero that they are using. Barats is just using his Detona's welcome and throwing the opponents. But he does not know that hitting those opponents either onto the turrets or onto the walls or onto the enemy players, it's gonna actually stun them. And he does not know that, and he's not using that during the fights. We saw that 2 times now. First look at the team fight. There's the Tenos welcome onto the Cloud. Finally, it's a very good answer. There comes the blazing duet. Barat being melted like anything. Balmond with the kill secure, and he's going for the double kill. Chaos Assault for the Luna, securing one on the Kufra 4 for 0 trade, as well as the turtle in favor of Team Sharp Dragon. We can just look at their regression. They're just cutting the waves again and again in the base of Knights.
I mean, at this point, it's just, you know, every part of the map is Sharp Dragon's part of the map. There's no I don't think the side of Knights can even call their base their own. You can see that Samus is already in their base being that menace. He is, and look at that!
No way.
Is being secured while the Granger falls to that Lunox Changu forced to back away. As I told you, bro, this is Sharp Dragon's base gaming. It's like the side of Knights can't even call their base their own. It's Sharp Dragon's base now. It's not your base, it's our base.
Land of Dawn is in our country. It's not Land of Dawn, it's Land of Sharp Dragon.
Yup. Like,
okay,
that's
a good Tyrant's Rage of Kufra on Ryu, but he will escape. Blazing Duet by Hide on Bush will not get anything. There's the ejector of Apex. The Sam's anti-mage and his ultimate will secure the kill on the Kufra. Turtle will be up in 32 seconds, but I don't see any possible chance of contest by Knights.
Man, what is going on here? 10,000 goal lead in the first 7 minutes of the game, and you know, just that, oh, what the hell? Clutch is going in and getting that Barat in his own base. Meanwhile, you know, oh, look at that. Shango getting that shutdown onto the Cloud. Finally, he pays the price for his cockiness. But meanwhile, on the bot lane, that Thamus taking out that Sun. That was quite the overextension. But you have to really give him credit for the fact that, you know, he was the only one who got it. Turret, Granger going in, getting the Death Sonata. But look at that. Look at that. Carry it back to you, man.
Void's burst is just insane. There comes in the light ultimate. Jawhead with the double kill. That was actually a triple kill for Lunox, but then okay. they did get that kill. Look at that. Samus in his ultimate anti-mage. Not stopping at all. At one point I thought that yes, Sun might overpower Samus in that bot lane, but the outplay coming from anti-mage at the best possible time, using up his ultimate and securing that kill. Look at the aggression. Claude will... Is he going in for the turtle? Yes, he is. There's the meteor shower doing absolutely 0 damage to anybody. Okay, flicker and ejector on the Kufra by Apex. That's not the best target. Lunox finally shut it down by the Granger. There's the double kill as well. Blazing duet of the Claude. No way. That's the double kill. He will use his PMI to escape from that turret. That's for 2 trade. Just when we thought that things are going good for Knights, Claude came in with his monkey, securing the double.
Man, he really showed us Monkey today, as we'll probably be seeing a under 10-minute finish. But oh, what is it? Arrival used by the Suns. All of a sudden, while the Kufra tries to land a Tyrant's Rage onto the enemy. Meanwhile, they're able to defend the base for now. So I guess I was wrong. It won't be a 10-minute game. it will last for longer, but you can see there is such a big disadvantage right about now because, there's a lot of damage coming out from the side of Subdragon, and they're not really got their items yet. Nice. Oh, Blazing Duet from the Claude again, dealing a lot of damage. A lot of kills being secured by the Lunos with that double kill onto the Kufra, while he gets a triple onto the Varats. Will this be a maniac? The Changu trying to defend this base really well, but unfortunately, she shall be the kill for the Claude, the last kill of this game, as the base inhibitor, the base turret, goes right down, and this shall be a victory for Subdragon. GG.
GG's WP, man. They totally ignored the Sun in the bot lane, and Sun could not be, effective in that match. It did not even matter that Sun's presence. He did push the turret, he did push that tier 1, but that was all he could do in this full match. Claude was highly overfarmed. Lunux and Jawhead, they were just playing in their own league. Valorant and Tums, they just thought that enemy crystal is their own base, and they were just barging in right from the first minute. Like it was absolutely nothing. This shows dominance and this shows experience coming in from Subdragon. A great play. Yes, very cocky play, I must say, but that's who they are, man. That's how they roll. So GG is coming in from Subdragon. Knights, you are still not out of the tournament. You are just in the lower bracket. You've still got chance to come back and take your revenge, probably.
Probably,
With that,
probably.
yeah. With that, we're gonna take your leave, guys. It's the third match of the evening, but we've got 4 more incoming. So just stay tuned to the stream, as we will be right back.
Your team is banning. Your team is banning.
Kill all.
Your
at
team
once.
is banning.
Welcome to the greatest magic show of all
Your
time.
team is picking.
Hey, sorry everyone for that delay. We are back again with another exciting match, and this one's gonna be between Team Blitz Phoenix, and they'll be up against Team Broken Souls on the red side. This match will be yet again casted by me, that is Kadiet, and my co-caster, Renchi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I shall also be casting this match once again. It's again such a delight to be joined by you guys. I hope you all have already smashed that like and subscribe button. But of course, none of that any longer. We shall be heading into the draft, which has already progressed so far. We're already into the second round. We can see the bands Barat, Saber, Holly, Xborg, just the classic bands that you see on ranked games in like really high low rank games. Pretty classic bands, pretty standard ones. You can see the picks too: Matilda, Kaja, Yuzhong. The entire draft of Blitz Phoenix is just so well rounded off. You have the Kaja for those pickoffs, you have that Yuzhong for the team fights, and you have Matilda for the Roma role. She's gonna give so much support. Meanwhile, you have the Sun and the Balman going on to the offlanes from the side of Team Broken Souls. So this is quite the formidable comp. Wouldn't you agree,
Your
Sked?
team is banning.
Absolutely. While Broken Souls, they're going in for that wombo combo. Blitz Phoenix, they'll be looking in for those pickoffs because they've got that Kaja, they have that Matilda. Circling Eagle will be very easy to cast down on us to mark a specific hero. While there's the Divine Judgment, we know how absurd that damage is. Yuzhong will be there to just break in the back line. While Broken Souls, they've got the Balman, very strong side laner. They've got the
Your
Sun,
team is
who is
banning.
extremely good at turret pushing, and he's a very versatile hero. At this point, play him as a jungler, go set him up as a side laner. He can work in both gold and the EXP lane. So, very smart drafting coming in from both the teams. Roger being banned by Broken Souls right away. Yeah, Blitz Phoenix, they do need a jungler, so that's a decent ban. Let's see, I guess it's gonna be a mage ban. Yeah, that's a
Your
Lunax ban
team
coming
is
in.
picking.
What about you? What do you think, Crunchy?
Pretty standard bans coming out for the second phase as well. They saw that, the side of Blitz Phoenix saw that TVS, Team Broken Souls did not have a mage player yet. So they did end up banning the Lunox. They really don't want her being a menace in those team fights, getting in that damage, because she does already have quite the solid comp to support her. She has that Tigreal, she has that Sun, she has quite a lot of
Your
backup
team
coming
is
from her
picking.
side. And now they instead have locked in that Changu. Changa is gonna be quite the annoyance to the side of Yuzhong, who is quite the every single bruiser is on the bad side of Changu. They really hate Changu, slows her. The CC coming in from that Ice Queen one that she'll build. So this was quite the good choice here, but Yuzhong will of course be able to jump into the backline. Kaja will be able to pick her off. So Changu, maybe not the best pick here, but she could work definitely. Wouldn't you agree, Skate?
Absolutely. And there's one more thing, hello.
Yep. Hello.
Yeah, Chango, a very good. She's got that range advantage. That's a very good option in this situation. But I personally feel like they could have gone in for more versatile mages. Like there's a Kagura, with which you can actually ensure your late game because she's got a very strong late game. Chango can easily be countered in by that radiant armor. Even if you build a divine glaive, your team's gonna get in. They might get in an Athena shield, and Changa's damage will go down, and that too very quickly. So that's one reason why I personally do not like the Chango pick. But then again, she's got that range. She can clear in the waves extremely quickly with that meteor shower. She can be very useful, especially for stealing the buff of enemies if they're actually not aware and they are not paying attention.
True, true, true. Changu is so versatile. You ended up saying too much about her. Like that was quite the good explanation. I have nothing more to add on to that except that Bruno pick coming in from the side of Team Broken Souls is gonna make sure that they have the physical DPS to back up that Changu as well. Changu's gonna be dealing a huge blow to the side of Blitz Phoenix, making sure that their buffs, their minions, everything is
Welcome
just
to the
gone.
global
But
legend.
on the other hand, you have the Bruno just making sure that in the team fights they have enough damage to make up for the fact that Changa is gonna be using her all of her skills, all of her ultimates, making sure that no leaf is turned left unturned when it comes to the objectives, when it comes to the waves. And as you can see, guys, the game has already gone into pause, but we have already arrived in the land of dawn. And guys, go ahead, comment down below who do you think will be the victorious side in this match, who will be the winners of this game. And of course, as is usual, I will be asking Scary at that question first. Bro, who do you think will be the one winning this match?
Just looking at the draft, I guess I'm gonna go with Team Blitz Phoenix. They've got the late game secured in with that claw. They've got the early game with Matilda as well as that Kaja. They've got enough magic damage as well as the physical damage in their side. I feel like Broken Souls, they lack magic damage a little bit. They've got just a Chango, but one radiant armor, and it'll be basically rendered useless in those team fights. So that's one point that I feel like jumps on in favor of Blitz Phoenix. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. This match will most probably be restarted as Team Broken Souls, they lack a retribution user. The game created some problems and most probably a crash or something. We're gonna figure that problem out, and if it's verified, then Broken Souls will be given a restart. So we'll be back within a few minutes. So just stay tuned for the future updates. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Sorry for that inconvenience because of one technical issue. We had to restart that match, and we're gonna have the same draft. We're gonna have the same picks, but the casters will not be same in this match. Crunchy had to do some work, so he went offline. But we've got one of the fan favorite caster, Missy Jenny.
Yo, it's been such a long time. I've been away from casting. There wasn't any tournament actually to cast, and it feels really great to come back to work. And this is gonna be an awesome match, I feel. What about you, Scared?
Absolutely. Plus, the casting's gonna be extremely fun as well. It's been long since we casted together, Jenny.
Exactly. I totally agree. It's been really long, okay? And yeah, obviously it's really fun to cast with you. And well, Scared, we have Team Blitz Phoenix on the blue side, right? And Team Broken Soul on the red side. So according to the draft, you were already here in the last game. So which draft do you think looks better for you?
Just based on the picks, I'm gonna jump in with Blitz Phoenix. They've got Claude for the late game. They've got early aggression with Matilda, and she's gonna play as the mate, so she's gonna have a ton of more damage. Akai is a very good hero for that pin down. Plus, there's a Yuzhong who can just jump in his Black Dragon form, disrupt the enemy backline. It's gonna chase that Chang'e to the depths of hell and finish her off.
Yep, have to say really good picks over here. We can see that Kaza and Akai, as well as Matilda being a support for Team Blue. That's Team Blitz Phoenix. And there you go, again in the top lane. Balmond must be in danger, but no, he managed to get a kill over Akai. But that's a kill for their Hyper for their Claw, which is a good thing for Team Blitz Phoenix. Well, Scared yet. Who do you think has benefited from this?
It's obviously Team Blitz Phoenix because for a tank they get a kill off a side laner, and that too it goes in favor of the Hyper. That's Claude, and the last thing you want is Claude with an early Demon Hunter sword. We saw in the previous match how the blue team, that Snapdragon, that dominated with that Claude in the early game only. But look at the turtle lane. Bruno going in for the turtle, trying to sneak in, but Akai knows his plans. He is there, Jenny.
Yep, and they are going to take that Bruno away from the turtle, and that amount of damage he received, and he has to retreat from their easy turtle for Team Blitz Phoenix. They are doing so good in the early game, and they have a Claude. This is not good for Team Broken Soul. And well, that I didn't expect that Belmont to get a kill though in the top lane on Akai.
Yeah, that was an overstay by that Akai in that turret. They don't think that there's any more team fight coming in for the next few seconds, so that's okay. He's gonna get it back up again. Looking at both the compositions, Jenny, don't you think that Broken Soul should be a little more aggressive in the early game?
Definitely they should be, and Balmond is so broken today. Oh, look at that, they are going in for an invade because Changi, while Tigreal was being killed over the Changi, stole the blue buff of Claude, and they are going in for an invade for Team Broken Soul. Blue buff over there, all four of them has gone there, and this is a gang GG pin down from that Akai coming again on right on the Bruno, and Bruno is so low as well as Changi, but that kill.
The Tigreal with the implosion did manage to secure one kill. That's of Akai, but the Bruno was traded in that skirmish. So that's clearly in favor of Blitz Phoenix at this point. Let's look at the bottom side though. Sun is trying to get in some farm. He is trying to dominate Yuzhong.
Well, just look at how Akai is perfectly pinning down their Hyper, the Bruno. And even when he was taking Turtle out there, he had no backup, and Matilda forced him to retreat and give up on the Turtle. Well, they need to work on their coordination a little bit more, I should say.
Absolutely, and look at that. Yuzhong still trying to bait Sun out a little bit. Akai might go in for another. No, it's just gonna zone him out. Decent skirmishes going in all over the map. Slow-paced game coming in from both the teams. Bruno is gonna get his power spike as soon as he gets in that Berserker's Fury as well as the Endless Battle. Matilda is already being very annoying for Team Broken Souls. She is being extremely ragged. There comes in Akai. He might go in for yet another pin down. Circling Eagle, catching the Chango right there with the flicker. Implosion coming is the followed by Tigreal, but the guiding wins always for the save for Akai.
She's got damage, she's got the tankiness, the shield, the movement. I don't understand though why they give up Matilda to Team Blitz Phoenix.
Yeah, that's a ton of early game damage. Look at the top side. Kaja might be looking in for a pick-off on the Balmond as it's already low. One Divine Judgment. And it's going to be it for Balmond. We can see a gang
Yep, they're
forming
going
in the
in.
top side. Akai going in with the ultimate onto that. Tigreal zoning him out right away. He will be taken care of. That's for sure. Mega kill for Mathilda right away. Flicker's going to be up off that Kaja in a few seconds. He might just jump into the turret with his ultimate. No,
What the-
look at that. Django will be deleted within seconds, and Balmond's gonna be the next casualty, that's for sure. Kaja's gonna jump in. He already has a Divine Judgment. There comes in Flicker as well. Mathilda with the double kill, securing the one on Balmond. But the bottom side though, Yuzhong has been finished off, and the bottom lane turret has been traded for all the skirmish in the top side.
Red team turret has been
My
destroyed.
god, that's a lot of things that happened there. They were dying one by one, and that's insane damage from Matilda. Like, did you see that? One first kill, and Changi was almost dead. Like, her shield doesn't even matter.
Absolutely, that's how insane Mathilda is. She's already got her enchanted talisman in, so she's gotten that cooldown, and she'll be regenerating the mana as well. So she's not gonna have that mana problem for now, at least. Bruno already has his Berserker's Fury, so he'll now start to deal quite some damage. He will get online now. And I personally feel like that it's a good time for Broken Souls to actually step onto that aggressive side, because Mathilda, yes, she is very good in the early game, but she falls extremely hard. Look at the bot lane, pinned down by the Akai. Sun will be finished off. Godlike for Mathilda. Bottom lane tier 1 will be taken down as well. All the tier 1s are down for Team Broken Souls. They need a good setup.
Looking for life, but no, he's going to end up over there. And Bruno tries to give some backup, but no, Matilda is not gonna let that happen.
And look at the damage, getting Sun down to so low HP. She's already gotten the Necklace of Durance as well. Her farming is absolutely insane.
Look at how freely Claude is farming.
Look at that
Whatever.
Akai. Yeah, yet another pin down legendary for Mathilda. And exactly, Claude is farming very quickly as well, because Mathilda is handling the full early game combined with that Akai.
Yeah. It's like more like Matilda Hyper, you know? More like Matilda Hyper. She's doing everything. Like, it was just 7 minutes and she was godlike. In 8 minutes she's legendary. So obviously it's easy for Team Blue. I mean Team Blitz Phoenix for now. And the team Broken Soul, they're not being able to hold the lanes either. And that's another gang going to the mid lane.
Yes. Yuzhong has been taken care of. There comes in the Hurricane Dance, but it's just the Tigreal. They did secure the kill on him. There comes in the Blazing Duet of Claude, deleting the Sun out of existence. Right there.
What?
The damage was absurd, Jenny.
I told you, he's farming freely without any worry. You know, he's just going like he doesn't even have to worry if there is anyone hiding there in the bush to camping for him or anything, because the way Akai and Matilda are taking control of that enemy jungle, Claude is like how to say, I don't even know that. How to say that? I remember one song, Scared Yet, if you remember. Dil Garden Ho Gaya or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Dil Garden Ho Gaya. And that one. I guess it's from
Yeah.
which movie
I
was
don't
that
know.
song from? I don't remember. But let's forget about the movie, as Claude and Akai are just massacring the side of Team Broken Souls like anything. Akai's setups, they're just on point every single
Blitz Phoenix, but of course Team Broken Soul does have Changi and stuff, so they might be able to defend, but there is still, very less chances though for an epic comeback, but I'm hoping for the best, because this is gonna be interesting if they manage to do something right here. And there's the pull from Kaja over there. Look at that damage dealt by Claude, that's insane. Back up again, coming in from Dragon, going for the double kill maybe, but no, that might be a mistake, and he survived while Matilda finally is shut down. Well, Cardian, did you see that damage? How would they even handle it?
That's just insane at this point, because almost everyone from the side of Blitz Phoenix, they've got the 3 items in. Yuzhong's just almost getting in his third item, and above him, that's Matilda, Kaja, Claude. Everyone are going in for their fourth item, while Bruno for the side of. Okay, look at that. Claude with a blazing duet, shutting down Bruno in his crystal. What else can you expect? Double kill. Finally, for that Claude, Balmond will be taken care of as well. Yuzhong in his Black Dragon form might just go in for the Sun on Chango. And look at the damage from Sun. It should not be underestimated. There's a Meteor Shower for the finish. But on the top side, the base has been taken care of by Claude and Kaja. Yuzhong playing in a very good role of the bait. And Claude and Kaja going in for that sneak finish, securing the game for their side.
Wow. Blitz Phoenix, that was some really smooth gameplay. And it was so good. It felt so good to watch them, you know? The way they were just zoning out and ganking and engaging and everything, taking control of the map and everything, letting their hyper do everything he wants freely. And I have to say, Team Broken Soul did struggle a lot, but well played, both the teams. At least well tried.
Absolutely. You know, Broken Souls, first of all, they could not take care of that Mathilda anyway. They had absolutely no idea on how to shut that Mathilda down in the early game. Akai and Mathilda just went in on with that rampage. They even took out Tegriel 3 or 4 times in the early game.
Yeah.
And that at that particular moment, Tegriel had no idea where to go because he's the one who should be providing the vision, who should be face checking those bushes. But he cannot, as he himself is being taken care of extremely easily. So from that particular point, Tigreal had to go on the passive gameplay, and after that, it was just an easy snowball first by Mathilda, and then as soon as Claude got his golden staff and Demon Hunter, he just went on to the rampage to continue the pressure that was made in by Mathilda and Akai in the early game.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I enjoyed this match, Guardian. I really enjoyed the gameplay of Team Blitz Phoenix, and I'm hoping the next match is gonna be awesome as well.
Yes, it's gonna be between Team Fusion and Team AR Bual.
Answer, okay, bye.
Wow. All right, guys, that's just some fun going on with the casters. There's an announcement that Team Fusion will get the win in the next match. Team AR World, they have forfeited. They've got some internal team issues, so we're not gonna witness that match. Wait, but don't go anywhere, guys, because we still have the match between Cool Knights and they'll be against Team Zodiacs. And that match is going to be casted by me and Jenny as well. So just why not just stay tuned to the stream and wait for us to come back, just so you can hear two great casters as well as another interesting match between the two awesome teams. Jenny, what say?
I'm up for it. I'm excited. I want to see what's gonna happen next. You know, I want to see them slay. I want to see some great fights. So yeah, let's wait a few moments till we come back.
Alright, and by that time, viewers, I've got a task for you. Why don't you just hit that like button and smash that subscribe button until the screen of your phone breaks, just as what happened with one of our viewers the previous day. So just smash that like, smash that subscribe, share the stream as much as possible. We need your support, everyone, and we really appreciate you all joining us each and every day on the live stream. With that, we'll be back in 5 minutes, so just stay tuned, guys.
Your team is banning. Your team is banning.
I might not be
Your team is banning.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Colt Esports monthly playoff season 1 day 2. This is the final match of the evening, guys. Yes, you heard it right. Final match of the evening. You're gonna spectate this match with me, that is Kadiet, and my co-caster, Missy Jenny.
Yay! well. So we got an Argus and Barat ban and X-Borg in Kaza. Well, Argus wasn't necessary to ban Argus though.
Agreed. You know, your yay was cool, just like Team Cool Knights, who are on the blue side, and on the left side, right side, we're gonna have Team Zodiacs up for the match. And just as you said, Argus ban was not necessary. I guess maybe a respect ban for someone from Team Zodiacs, but let's see. Sun has been picked right away by Cool Knights.
Yep. Well, at least they got Sun, but you know what? These days, Balmond is so OP. I would actually prefer Balmond over Sun. If you have noticed, like Balmond Hyper, OMG, you just need your coordination to be sad good, and Balmond can do everything. Well, on the other hand, they got Sylvana and Paquito, though both of them are GGs, and actually, Sylvana is really good at taking out Sun, right?
Absolutely. All she needs to do is just bring in her ultimate and the spiral strangling to finish off Sun. That's all she needs to do. And Sun actually gets deleted real quick. But look at that. Team Cool Knights answering back with the Sicilian as well as an Estes. They're focusing on that late game, and they're gonna go in with the classic 5-on-5 team fight combination where all 10 of them are fighting at one single point.
Well, they'll have to be able to hold as well if they're going for the late game. Because I don't think that Team Zodiacs are going to be that dumb to, let them hold so long. But we'll see. Okay, that's a Balmond Hyper. I was just talking about it, and seems like Zodiacs are going for a Balmond Hyper. Now just need to pick a mage and the tank, right? Or maybe if Sylvana is tanking, then another offlaner. What's say?
Absolutely, Silva. She is actually being banned. Like in the Indonesian meta, she is being banned in. So with that, we can actually get to know, how insane that hero must be. Therefore, looking at the second banning phase for now, we've got, is it a Jawhead? Yeah, it's a Jawhead ban, and it's a very good ban because on the side lanes, Jawhead can easily counter Sylvana as well as a Paquito, getting him out of the picture, getting in those side laners more strength. Zodiacs are going with that thing in mind.
Well. Now we just need to see what supporter they're gonna pick. Well, Changi was a good ban though, because I was actually expecting a Changi pick from Team Zodiac, because why not? She's one of the most easiest mage to play, and when you have easy heroes who are good as well, why not pick them? And like we were talking about tanking, we got Atlas from Team Zodiac, which means of course Sylvana is going offline and she's gonna be insane. On the other hand, let's see what Team Cool Knights are going for, and is that a marksman as well as a Chow, while they have a Sun Hyper. Oh, wait, Granger with a retribution though.
I feel like Sun will be the one going into the side lane, most probably the gold one, while Chow on the EXP. Looking at the draft of both the teams right now, it's Team Zodiacs who've got extremely early game focused draft. They've got the Balmond, they've got the Paquito, they have got the Sylvana. They're extremely aggressive in the early game. Atlas comes online as soon as he's gotten those fatal links. That is when he gets that level 4. Kagura is the only one that can actually be impactful in that late game for Zodiacs. So they'll be looking in for that early game skirmishes, early game fights, because in the late game, they're going to get tanky. They will not get in that power spikes. While looking for the side of Cool Knights, they've got the Estes, they've got Sun, They've got the Sicilian. They are heavily focused onto that late game. The only early game hero they have is just a Granger. Let's see if Zodiacs shut him down well, or if Cool Knights drag it to the late game and get the advantage. As we are in the land of Dawn, guys. Jenny, place your bets.
Well, I placed my bet with Zodiac because, of course, they have a Kagura and they have this Kagura, they have the Sylvana. They can easily get that Granger one shot, and I don't think that Kagura will let that Granger farm that much. If he's smart, of course, like you say, they need to hold for the late game. They are definitely strong in the late game. They have Sicilian as well as Sun, but yeah, it's unpredictable. I don't really think Zodiacs are going to let them hold that long.
I guess so too, and I personally will also go with Team Zodiac at this point because their draft is kind of superior. Granger securing that neutral objective. Little Wanderer with the retribution. Sylvana, look at that HP of Chow. That's illegal. That's just so low.
He barely escaped. I mean, wow, I told you, Sylvana, she's so good to say that. Oh, look at that. No mana for the Sicilian. That's why I hate to play Sicilian. Like, you need to be so patient and, you have to save up. You see, well, that's the first blood already in the bottom lane. I didn't even notice that scared yet. Wait, what? Okay, Sun went down.
Yes,
Their first
Reinhardt securing the kill on Sun. Sorry for cutting you off, Jenny. Go on.
Their first pick, their first pick went first blood, which is bad, and that's Balmont camping over there, and Sun. Okay, Sun might be in trouble another time, and there you go, Sun again. What? Scared yet? Your first pick already dead.
Third casualty in that skirmish. Chow most probably will going to be finished off in the top lane. No, Atlas is just going to retreat. And I feel like Cool Knights, they are a little slow in the rotation, though they're jumping in towards the turtle lane. That's a 2-for-1 advantage in the turtle pit, at least for now. Balman still trying his best. Yes, that's the execution line, securing the turtle. Jenny, over to you.
Oh my god, I mean, like, 1 versus 2 and you still don't make it, and that's an EGG engaged from Kagura, but Sicilian escapes and Estes is down for the second time. Like I told you, they have the early game advantage and they're not gonna let them farm real quick. Their late game is going to be even more late now. You know what I mean, right?
Absolutely. I totally agree onto that. My trademark line, I totally agree.
Exactly. That was
Yes.
funny in the turtle, 1 versus 1, and you still don't manage to get it with your retribution. I don't think if I didn't actually see if he had the retribution at that moment, but meanwhile, Chow in the top lane might get gang. Look at how they are trying to form a gang. There go. Chow is out of the turret, but Sun finally gets a kill over Paquito, and this can be a counter gang by Team Cool Knights there. Team Red is in trouble, but GG ultimate from Atlas. Kagura does not have her ultimate. She has it, and this might be a triple kill, double kill, and Chow trying to take her out, but no, they are both going to disengage, I suppose. But no, Kagura might be in danger. That's Chow. No, she is going to escape this time, I guess.
Kagura going in for those outplays. No way, she's gonna recall for now. GG's. I can't believe that.
What the hell? Showing recall with a laughing emoji, with a taunt emoji.
Talk about playing with your opponent, man.
Wow. This is fun. This game is fun, and I have to say, Team Cool Knights are struggling at the moment, and that's Estes going down almost. But this time, GG ultimate from Atlas coming again. Mega kill for the Belmont. Sun is down, and Estes trying to escape. Sicilian down, a double kill for Kagura. Their Hyper is dead as well. Like I told you, scared that this game is not going to be easy for Cool Knights.
Kagura coming in online very early in the game. She's already got a Clock of Destiny in. It's 4.5 minutes into the game. She's gonna get her Lightning Truncheon in a few minutes, most probably 1.5 minutes, and then she's gonna be extremely painful for Cool Knights.
Yeah, I was expecting this. I knew it's coming. She's not gonna let that Granger just free farm and go around and kill from the backline. And that's not gonna happen because Kagura can take care of the backline very easily. And well, that's another turtle for Balmond real quick, I guess. And in the mid lane, they're trying to pressurize Granger, trying to go for a steal in, but no, that's not gonna happen. And Chao takes an Chao got a kill over Sylvana in the top lane, and that's Balmond still chasing the Cow monster kill for that Kagura, and Estes is down. Look at the HP of Atlas, and that's Granger in danger. He might be able to take a kill, but no, look at the Chow. He tried, I have to say. Well, and they disengage.
Yeah, they do, but I don't think the Granger's gonna get his loop of at least for now. He can just jump in for the steal. Yeah, he takes it with the retribution though. But look at the lanes.
By
Top
the way-
lane tier 1. Yeah, go on.
Scared if you noticed. I was so hyped. I actually pronounced Chow as cow, okay?
You even said Granger in danger, so that rhymed so well, and I know you did not realize that.
Granger in danger, and I pronounced Chow as cow. Oh my god, I was so hyped. Oh, that Granger is in danger again.
Yes, oh, a beautiful stun of Sylvana and the Imperial Justice. 2 kills one for Balmond, 1 for Sylvana in the bottom lane. They're gonna get that tier 2 without any major problems.
Well, I am enjoying this match more than I enjoyed the last match. And well, that's another kill. There you go. Sylvana takes out easily that Sicilian and got like Kagura. Oh my god. They are not being able to hold. Like maybe they thought that they are going to hold and make a comeback in the late game. Well, it's still possible, but I don't see it coming for now.
You know, Mage's supremacy. 7 minutes, Kagura already on godlike 7 kills. In the previous match, we saw Matilda 7 minutes, 7 kills, and a good fatal link. Getting one on Chao. Sylvana might get finished off. No, she does not. Balmond will he get the kill with his ultimate? Yeah, he actually secures one on the Estes though. I was thinking about Granger at that point. Look at the zoning out. Sicilian in a very bad spot. Legendary. Kagura just got insane damage.
You know, really, Granger and Sicilian, these are like food for Kagura, to be honest. She just need a few kills in the early game and then she can slay, to be honest. And oh wait, look at her items as well. She already got that Lightning Crention as well as Clock of Destiny, and she got 9 kills. She is a fat Kagura. How are you gonna stop her from killing that Sicilian one shot? And that's the 3rd turtle for Balmond. Wow, and that's the pause being requested for Team Blue.
Yes, I was looking at the items for now. And Kagura, yes, just as you said, Lightning Crunchy and Clock of Destiny, she is online and she is extremely dangerous for now. Granger went in for the Bloodlust Axe though, and that's something that used to go on when Granger was launched. I don't particularly think that is a very good item to be built first on the Granger because you do not get enough damage. Yes, you might get a decent amount of sustain with the amount of lifesteal that you get from the Rhapsody as well as Death Sonata, but it's not enough to secure the kills on the opponents. Estes, he still has no first item, and I have absolutely no idea what he's actually going for. He might be going in for the Dominance Eyes. He has that Black Ice Shield and the Leather Jacket, but then again, the Magic Book. I think so. He's confused if he should go in for Dominance Eyes or he should go in for that Fleeting Time.
Yeah, well, they are totally under pressure, and I can say they are totally confused because what's happening right now, what's coming in from the side of Team Zodiac is insane. They are, they messed up, to be honest, in the draft. They should have picked at least something for the early game, you know, something that can hold from the early game, something that can deal damage in the early game. Because Granger, I don't think Granger also can do a lot when they are going with this kind of formation in the early game. But let's see though. Well, the pause, so how long is it going to last? 2 minutes, right?
Yep, just 25 more seconds.
And then we will see another fight maybe in the mid lane. Look at the position mini map. That Sun versus Paquito in the bottom lane. And mid lane they have Sicilian and Atlas and Chao. Chao actually trying to flank a little bit, maybe he's going towards the bush, maybe trying to get at Kagura, but that's not gonna happen. I mean, Kagura can easily escape Chao.
Yeah, that's true. The main advantage that Team Zodiac's got was from the side lanes. Sylvana dominating in the top side extremely easily. Meanwhile, Balmond rotating both side towards the turtle and with the and near that Pakito. Chow has got some decent amount of damage though. But there comes in the Yin Yang overturn shut down by the Granger onto that Kagura, a very important one. And there comes in the knockout strike. Two knockout strike. Imperial Justice. Pakito finishes off Granger with the jab. That's the godlike for Balmond for now, shutting down the Estes. Lord will be up in 78 seconds. Look at that insane damage. Sicilian, that's not the way towards your base. That's the way towards your death.
Wow. That HP region and that damage. Oh my god, Belmont, like I told you, scared. Yes, Belmont is such a great pick and that killing spree. Wow, what the hell is going on?
That's what happens when your team is overfarmed. Chow just reached level 8. The moment he died, he was level 7. And Sylvana's level 11, a 4 level advantage, and that's the side lane. That's not even the jungler, that's the side lane. That's just insane. Team Cool Knights, they're highly underfarmed. I guess it's not so cool gameplay coming in from their side, Jenny.
Yeah, you will need range. You will need the range to, deal with this kind of lineup. That Bauman, like once he can touch you with his first skill, I don't know what you call that round thing. Once he's in your range, you can't do anything. Like you just saw right how he was gaining HP and everything. Oh wait, Chow might be able to take the Kagura down. And okay, Granger manages to take another kill over Kagura. Mega kill though again for Sylvana. Oh my god, they're just managing to get one kill and then die in the next second. Like that's, I don't know how to even describe that.
1-for-1 trade. Granger has fallen. Turtle Lord is already up. So I guess it's gonna be very easy Lord for Zodiac. They've got a better execution line because Balmond with his Lethal Strike ultimate and his Retribution, he can take down Lord extremely easily, and that's absolutely understandable. No contest from Team Cool Knights. I personally feel like that they just want to stay in those inhibitors and take down that Lord, take that farm from the minions, get the Sicilians stacked up just so they can get back in this game, because Chow has gotten a decent amount of damage. He's got the Heptasis in.
Yes.
He can take out Kagura if not for that umbrella again and again.
Yeah, I saw that. And I told you during the draft that they went for a first pick of Sun while Balmond was open, and Team Zodiac, they picked him third and went for an Hyper, and look how he is playing. Awesome, right? And well, the Lord is coming scared. Are they going to be able to defend this Lord?
Extremely difficult. Depends if Atlas manages to land in an ult or not. Look at that. He's going in flicker. There's a fatal links. He went in too deep. That was not needed at that particular point. There comes in the Imperial Justice by Sylvana. There's the perfect backup with the Balmond and the Paquito. 3 kills for 1. They're targeting the base right away. They might take the game right now. Yes, they secure it. Zodiacs win the match against Cool Knights. What a game, Jenny.
Wow, what a game. We thoroughly enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoyed it. At least I don't know about you, scared it.
Seriously, look at that Balmond. 908, extremely strong. Went in with the dominance eyes as well as the anti-Curious. So he could not be damaged by the Granger, Chow, or even the Sun.
I know, right? Very well played, have to say. Team Zodiacs, very well coordinated. GG draft, and well, we both placed our bets on Zodiacs. I have to say we both won, scored it.
Yeah, that's a win-win. That's a win-win. So that's gonna be the final match of the evening, everyone. Team Zodiacs wins it against Team Cool Knights. Though Cool Knights still have not been disqualified, they are dropped down to the lower bracket and they still have chance in this tournament. I guess that's gonna be it, Jenny, from our side. The no more matches. Do you want to go for the end?
Yep, that's the last match of tonight, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I wish you all what? Scary.
All right. I'll just go with the end. Thank you all for tuning in for the evening. That's gonna be the last match. We will be taking your leave. That's scared yet. and Missy Jenny. Thank you all for joining in. Like the stream, share it, and subscribe to the channel just so we can keep on getting you these insane tournaments again and again. That's it from Monthly Playoffs Season 1 Day 2 presented by Colt Esports. Please tune in tomorrow as well. Good night.